Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Cop Council. How are we all? Hopefully, all of you are having a fantastic day from wherever you are around the world, and welcome to yet another Liverpool. I want to say transfer episode, but it's not really a transfer video. It's a news episode for you guys tonight, anyway. But again, we'll have all the news as you can see by the thumbnail and title, as well, and down on the bottom of the screen as well. Of course, Moisés Caicedo, I think that's how you pronounce it. Of course, we'll have news about him and a potential transfer deadline day bid that was rejected, of course, by Brighton. But we'll have all the details on that. We have another story as well that Fabrizio Romano has brought out as well on Liverpool's transfer deadline. As well, we have injury news as well concerning Thiago Alcantara and, of course, Jordan Henderson. And as well, we'll be looking at the brand new third kit for this season as well. And guys, let me know your thoughts of it in the comment section down below, because spoilers, I will definitely be buying it at some point as well. But Doug is in saying hello, Conrad. Hello, Doug, as well. Jazz in as well, saying evening all as well. And guys, if you could please feel free to leave a like on the video. It's very much appreciated as always. If you could hit that subscribe button as well. I think we're on, I don't even know what we're on. That's poor on me. But again, if you can please hit that subscribe button, please hit that like button, and don't forget to hit the share button as well. It'd be very much appreciated, as always. But let's get straight into the news then. Of course, it's not going to be a long episode tonight. Of course, we're just going to be talking of course, the details and that. Get into it with you guys as well. And then tomorrow, then at 9 o'clock, we will be bringing you our match preview for, of course, our first Champions League game of the season against Napoli. So that's going to be very, very interesting. And yeah, Napoli, spoilers, look like a very, very good side as well, especially with them being top of Serie A at the moment. But this is the brand new Liverpool third kit as well for you guys. For me, I love it. I think it's one of our best, third kits. It's again, we've all known what the kit was going to be. We've known for what 2 months, 3 months, what the football kit was going to be. Apologies, the Cup Council logo is currently blocking out Darwin Nunez's face. Let me quickly take that off a minute. But yeah, as you can see, there's Darwin Nunez. Anyway, representing the kit as well, as you can tell by the thumbnail, to be fair as well. But yes, that is the brand new third kit for me. It's probably our best kit of the season, as well. And guys, let me know where you personally rank it, in, of course, the Nike, the Nike list. I think it's currently on Twitter. Someone's put something on Twitter of like the list and that. For me, it probably just goes under last year's away kit, of course, the Equa kit, obviously the white kit. That for me has been the best kit so far that Nike have released so far for Liverpool. But this is a close second. I would say I do very much like this kit as well, and hopefully we can have some success in it as well, I should say. Anyway, but let's get into your chats down below. 724, yeah, if we can get to 725, be fantastic. Alan is in as well, saying hi, Conor, mate. Hello, Alan. Hopefully, on a fantastic day, my friend. I loves it. Gives me Christmas vibes. Christmas vibes. Doug, does this seriously remind you of Christmas? It reminds me of the ocean, to be honest with you. I don't know why. Um, I know the ocean's blue, or meant to be blue anyway, but I don't know why it just reminds me of the ocean. But Christmas, really? I wouldn't think of it like that. But again, this is one of my favorite best third kits for sure, 100% on that. But yeah, I don't get Christmas. I pre-ordered it this morning. It's arriving tomorrow. There we go, Doug. Absolutely brilliant for you as well. If you guys like it, I haven't done an unboxing. I did a little unboxing for the home kit. But it wasn't really a proper video. But if you want me to do one for the third kit, then let me know in the comment section down below. And I have a name on the back as well. Let me guess, Luis Diaz. That is what I'm going to go for with Doug anyway. But yeah, For me, I very much like it. Of course, people will obviously have their own thoughts and opinions. I know a couple of people that won't like it, and that for me, I do like it. I think it's very, very nice, and like I said, I think it is up there with one of the best that Nike have done so far as well. But we'll get into then the transfer side of things that I know all of you are here for. Don't worry, I know you're here for that as well. But we'll firstly talk about Fabrizio Romano. Now, Fabrizio Romano released a video on his YouTube channel speaking about Liverpool's transfers in the midfield. Of course, he spoke in length about Tchouaméni and Liverpool did desperately try alongside PSG to try and get Tchouaméni into the door. Jurgen Klopp supposedly meant to have spoken to Tchouaméni, I think 2 or 3 times to try and convince him about the Liverpool project, but his mind was already made up back in May. Actually, Liverpool were trying in June to try and get him, to sign for us and so on. But his mind was already set on Madrid, and when a player's already got his mind set on a club, it's going to be virtually impossible unless you're offering something a lot more, which of course Liverpool can't do compared to Real Madrid anyway. But again, you look at it. Of course, we did try and get a midfielder in the door. Of course, we finally got a midfielder in the door in Arthur Melo. But Fabrizio Romano did mention another guy's name as well. And let me know your thoughts in the chat down below. But he did mention Thiago Alcantara's brother, of course, Rafinha Alcantara. Now, of course, he did mention that Rafinha was a real possibility for Liverpool before Arthur Melo. They were looking at the two of them, and they decided to go with Arthur, and also as well Rafinha also decided he didn't want to join Liverpool. He wanted to go. I think he's gone to I think the Saudi League. I think at the moment as well. So again, both teams, obviously Rafinha didn't want to join Liverpool, but I think more so Liverpool. I think as Fabrizio said in his video, Liverpool decided to go for Arthur and was more content with going with Arthur as a deal, which of course now we know it is a loan option, obviously a loan with a buy option as well of around 34 million euros, which is I think just under 30 million pounds as well. But yeah, let me know you guys thought Rafinha or Rafinha Alcantara as well, potentially joining Liverpool. Out of all of the midfielders in the world, that is the midfielder that Liverpool could have potentially got before deadline day as well. It's not the best. It's not the best name, is it? To be awfully honest with you, it's awful, isn't it? But again, guys, let me know your thoughts on Rafinha. Would you have wanted Rafinha at Liverpool? I know I'm not talking about, of course, Barcelona's Rafinha now. I'm talking about Thiago's brother, Rafinha, as well. Of course, formerly of Barcelona, formerly of PSG now as well. So again, look, it's not the best. The best news that Liverpool were potentially choosing between Arthur and, of course, and Rafinha. But again, it was difficult times, wasn't it? At the moment, anyway, wasn't it? But Doug will go with the X. I think that's with Luis Diaz as well. Doug, any clues? Is it a defender? Is it a midfielder? Let us know. Diego's in as well. Hello, Diego. Hope you're having a fantastic day, my friend. Think evening all as well. Doug saying hi to Diego as well. Daz is in saying, what's your lineup for Wednesday, Connor? That'll be in tomorrow's video. Daz, I won't be mentioning Napoli tonight show. Anyway, or of course, I won't be spoiling it. But I will say it's different where I think he'll be on Wednesday. But yeah, tune in tomorrow at 9 o'clock for our Champions League preview for you guys as well. Anyway, but hi Doug, how's you today? And then obviously Doug also replying to that as well. But we'll move in then and talk about, of course, the main man of the video as well. And I think obviously Fabrizio Romano hasn't mentioned this as well. He only mentioned, of course, Arthur Melo, Rafinha, and of course, Tchouaméni as well. I'm not going to pronounce Erowani. I think his first name is Erowani Tchouaméni. I think that's how you pronounce it. obviously I was testing that all throughout June, whether we were being linked to him, and then of course just completely forgot about it. But Tushimeni, or as Ricky says from the 1892 Reds podcast, Choo Choo, because he doesn't know how to say Tushimeni anyway. But we'll talk about, of course, Moisés Caicedo, of course, having a phenomenal game against Leicester, which of course did put a few eyes on him as well, which of course, obviously we've always spoken about it. I've spoken about him before on types of videos as well. And you guys remember towards the end of deadline day as well, where of course we were speaking about transfers, Arthur Melo come in the door, and we were speaking about it, weren't we? And there was a few reports suggesting that he was on the way to Liverpool, and everyone had the inkling that he could potentially be in the door as well. And of course, if you're not following us on Twitter already, then do follow us, because we did mention earlier on as well, getting this from an article as well. But according to local reports in Ecuador, of course, that's where Caicedo is from, Liverpool made a last attempt at signing Moisés Caicedo on deadline day, but Brighton rejected it. They state Brighton as Brighton said Liverpool will have to wait until after the World Cup. The Liverpool will have priority in the transfer. Now, it was reports from Ecuador as well that was saying that Liverpool were firmly in for him as well. But again, the price tag that they were saying at the time as well was around £80 million, 100 million euros, something ridiculous to get him out of Brighton, and so on. But if that is true, and of course, guys, let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. But if it is true, would you potentially like to see him, at Liverpool? For me, left-hand sided player, of course, we've brought in Arthur Melo now. Obviously, spoilers, Thiago is going to be coming back at some point as well. Obviously, Jordan Henderson coming back as well. But, just looking, Premier League proven already in some aspects of it as well. Of course, can play on the left-hand side, can play as a 2 and a pivot as well. Exactly what Jurgen Klopp wants. And for me, he does awfully remind me a lot of Gini Wijnaldum in terms of that playing style. He's a brick house practically, and as far as I know and as far as I've seen, he doesn't get injured a lot neither, which of course is fantastic news for Liverpool. The fact that he's already Premier League quality, and the fact that he's not injured. So again, that's brilliant news as well. Anyway, but guys, let me know your thoughts as well on Caicedo. Of course, would you like him at Liverpool? Excuse me. Would you like him at Liverpool? And of course, also the news as well that Brighton have said, of course, Liverpool would have to wait until after the World Cup, but they have said that Liverpool have priority in the transfer as well. So again, you hope potentially maybe after the World Cup there might be some sort of deal there potentially. But again, it does depend on, of course, if Liverpool have a fully fit, midfield, which of course is unlikely being Liverpool midfielders. But if Liverpool did have a full strength, midfield to choose from, would they go back into the January transfer market and have a look at signing Caicedo? For me, I don't know. I think, for me personally, I think it would be waiting until next season now, because again, Brighton are going to ask for a stupid price in January, especially if they're carrying some injuries as well. So you don't know really from now until next season, what could happen. So for me personally, I think for me, Liverpool would definitely wait until next season. Then I would say personally, because he could very well be brilliant, and in a Jurgen Klopp system, and looking at him as well, he does look like a very, very good, everything that you would tick off in a Jurgen Klopp system. For me personally, he would tick those boxes. But again, you don't know what Brighton are going to ask for, because of course Brighton, to be fair to them, have done tremendous business in the transfer window, especially I think they've turned over like 100 million in the last 3 years, or even the last 2 years, I think it is as well. So again, you hope potentially, of course, it's going to be a transfer that Liverpool would be interested in as well. Anyway, but guys, let me know your thoughts as well in the comment section. Would you like him at Liverpool, and how much do you think he'd go for as well? For me at the minute, of course, if Liverpool were to go in with a bid right now and then get accepted in January, of course, you're looking at 100 million. At least, because Brighton are no pushovers. Don't get us wrong, as well. But of course, we have a fantastic relationship with Brighton as well. Of course, Adam Lallana, Liverpool supposedly maybe helping him, with that move as well and so on. Even though before anyone goes at me, I know it's a free transfer, but Liverpool did try and help Adam Lallana get a move in the Premier League and so on. So again, they have that recent, good history as well anyway. But Chris is in saying, well, obviously Chris is in saying, I've also pre-ordered the kit, but I'm not getting a name on the back. The 97 is enough for me, says Chris as well. Absolutely. Let me quickly scroll back up because there's a few of you in here. Anyway, let me quickly go back up. Let me go back up. Forward corner. So I wasn't too far from Luis Diaz then. Darwin. It's Darwin. Doug, did you get a pin for Jamie's Champions League group? Erwani Chuchimeni. Yeah, I know, Doug. I know how to say his name. Evening, mate. I just finished work. Good to see you, Chris, as well. I've been a huge Moisés Caicedo fan as well, says Doug. As well. Looking at the stats and looking at, certain aspects of his game, he does awfully remind me of Gini Wijnaldum. 20 years of age as well, which is huge. You're going to have him for at least 8-10 years. Hope anyway. Of course, obviously, teams like Real Madrid and Barcelona will always try and snatch players away, and of course, being South American as well, they always love going to Barcelona and so on. But for me personally, look, he ticks all the boxes. Similar for me personally, same as Jude Bellingham. And if Liverpool are going to be going into a new system and so on, of course, and like we've already spoken about in different videos, for me, of course, Liverpool need at least 2, 3, and could even potentially need 4 new signings next new midfielders next summer. Again, it makes perfect sense to be awfully honest with you as well. Like, share, and subscribe to the Cop Council if you could. Very much appreciate it as well. Read Chris's comment out as well. Chris saying completely agree. Caicedo would be a perfect Wijnaldum replacement. It's like for like as well. Absolutely agree. Evening Doug as well, says Chris. Diego says the January transfer window is going to technically start once the World Cup is on its way. It's going to be interesting. Yeah, no, it is exactly, because again, what I think you got is you got the World Cup, and then you've got 2 games, I think, and then it's the window technically open. Of course, because I think you've got the Boxing Day fixtures, and then you've got the New Year's Day fixtures, I think, or around there as well. So again, it's going to be interesting. In that type of bracket as well anyway. But Caicedo be playing for Ecuador in the World Cup as well. So again, if he has a phenomenal World Cup, you don't know, again, price tags will be going up. That's the thing of it. We all say in a World Cup summer when, of course, transfers happen and so on. But when you've got a World Cup in the winter as well, and practically the whole world's already watching the World Cup, don't get me wrong, but you've got extra eyes on it because, of course, everything is stopped in football. It's not just, the fact that, it's the summer and, people are on holiday and so on. The fact is people, players, managers, scouts and so on, all of the club football has stopped in it. So again, they're not going to be doing anything. So everything is fully on the eyes of the World Cup as well. But he will definitely be in the Ecuador squad at the World Cup. Would be our first ever Ecuadorian player in our history. It'd be amazing as well. But one thing I will say as well, and before I do say what I was going to say, Daz says Red Hendo's out for 3 weeks. I will get onto that in a brief moment as well. But of course, it was reports in Ecuador. It was a local paper that did first come out with, of course, the rumours that, of course, Caicedo was looking potentially at a move to a big club as well. But they did go on to state that as well. I think that was yesterday that got reported on. Of course, we didn't do a video yesterday, but I think that it makes sense. But again, I think Liverpool might be a bit hindered on Jude Bellingham. Because look, it's plain as day. Liverpool want Jude Bellingham, and Dortmund know it. Everyone knows it. And look, for me, Liverpool have to be relentless throughout that negotiation, and don't even underestimate. Because of course, teams like Real Madrid apparently see him as that their Modric replacement. Man City look to be replacing their midfield as well. potentially next summer as well. So again, for me, Liverpool have to be relentless in this next summer's window. But again, I said that this summer's window, like how that turned out as well. Anyway, but Gary saying Talia Aldbean won. Would start Jota in Naples as well. We will get on to that tomorrow. Anyway, Gary as well. But yeah, guys, let me know your thoughts anyway on, of course, Moisés Caicedo as well, and hopefully, just let me know in the comments as well if you're watching on repeat as well. Would you like him at Liverpool, and how much do you think he would cost Liverpool, potentially in January or even next summer as well? Anyway, but we'll get on then to the injury news, and of course, Daz already mentioned it in the comment section down below. Jordan Henderson, of course, James Pearce coming out early on saying Jordan Henderson expected to be out for around 3 weeks with hamstring injury. Scan confirmed damage is only minor, which of course is fantastic news on the face of it. Of course, I think a lot of people thought within the club that it was going to be a bad injury. This is why, of course, the signing was made of Arthur Melo. So again, you hope and pray now that, of course, when we know the time scale, of course, he's going to miss, what was it, like 3 or 4 Premier League games. He'll miss the 2 Champions League games as well. I think he might be back in time for the 3rd game as well. So again, it's good the fact that he is only out for 3 weeks. But again, you have to be careful with these hamstring injuries. We saw with Diogo Jota come back with a hamstring problem, re-injured it, and then was out. Excuse me, I just bit my tongue. Out then until of course, a couple of weeks. Well, I say a couple of weeks ago, last week as well. Apologies for that. I bit my tongue. I always do that on a stream. I always bite my tongue at some point as well. But we've also got further injury news as well. Thiago Alcantara as well. Yes, Thiago is back, and he was back in training today, and you'll have to friggin' see it as well. The fact that we've got players returning from injury, that of course will be absolutely huge. It's going to be amazing as well when Thiago is back. But again, look, I hope and pray he comes back and there's there's no setback. Please, please, just keep Thiago in bubble wrap for the whole week. You can bubble wrap him and then just release him then for the weekend, and on a Wednesday, on a Tuesday, just slowly develop him. Just please, just no more Thiago Alcantara injuries this season, please. And I hope to God it doesn't happen as well. But of course, the big injury news with Jordan Henderson, he's back in 3 weeks' time at the scan with only minor damage as well, which of course is phenomenal news. And then of course Thiago Alcantara as well, photoed in training today as well, which is amazing. And guys, let me know your thoughts as well. I know I didn't really say we're going to do a preview anyway for tomorrow. We're going to do the preview tomorrow. We're at today. Will Thiago be a part of the Napoli game? I think the Liverpool Echo was muttering on about it, but that's a load of garbage. But I think a couple of I think even James Pearce mentioned it on the Athletic, saying that he is in contention to fly out to Naples as well. So you hope and pray, of course. You hope and pray the fact that they can, he can at least feature as well. But to be honest, it's going to be horrible if he's not fit. Anyway, but again, I wouldn't risk him for Napoli. I know it's a Champions League game, but I think Liverpool should have enough quality within the team not to risk Thiago. But again, I say that we've had an absolute shite start. Of course, go watch the freaking Everton post-match reaction to that as well. Anyway, but get this to I think let's get this to a top red. That's what, for God's sake, Jack. How dare you? How dare you? Good to see you in the chat, Jack. Anyway, pick up Jack when you. I think that's live as well. Will be tomorrow, mate. As well. Yeah, Jack's having time off as well. But no luck. Who wants to report on Liverpool stuff at the minute? One thing I said it will come in January. I hope so. I hope so. But again, let me not that. Sorry, Gary. Let me know how much do you think he will be coming for? That's the problem at the minute. Brighton supposedly said that 100 million euros would be enough, which I think it comes around to what 75 million, something like that. Is Caicedo really worth that much? No, not personally. Anyway, of course he's not valued as that, but of course to Brighton he is valued way more than that. But of course, in realistic terms, is he worth that? No, he's not. Liverpool Wednesday. I'm not on Wednesday, sadly. Sorry, mate, as well. Jack didn't watch along as well. He's saying yes as well, and Derby result hit me as well. I think it hit us all. To be awfully honest, it was horrible. It wasn't good. It was horrible. I hated it. I'm not gonna lie, and but when I look at it, right, we are what 6 points away from Arsenal, which I know it's 6 points, and that it does look disastrous, but surely Liverpool got to be back to their best sooner rather than later. Surely, surely. I say this, and they'll watch us freaking lose on Wednesday as well. But again, something has to be. There has to be a reaction somewhere. Something must happen. And again, it's not to do with Klopp. I've seen after Saturday's game, I've seen a couple of people going, "Oh, it's time for Klopp to go," and blah blah blah, and I'm like, "Shut up!" Honestly, some people in this fan base, right, are spoilt, and I mean spoilt. And again, like this isn't going at anyone particularly, but again, I just personally think people are spoiled in this fan base. The fact that don't you remember 10 years ago when Liverpool were under Roy Hodgson and fighting for survival, and so on, and it's ridiculous. It's honestly ridiculous as well. But Jack says, still mad. We're only 6 points off. Is crazy. 2 losses or 2 draws. Exactly. We could beat Arsenal twice this season and be level on points with them. It's ridiculous, isn't it? It is absolutely ridiculous. Draws as well. Robson saying we've been waiting for a reaction since Fulham. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. Yes, Rob La as well, and Jack with a laughing face as well. You're not wrong, but they Rob. Jesus Christ. This season's shite, and null and void it, and null and friggin' void it anyway. But just to go have a quick run through as well. Of course, if you guys haven't seen yet, where have you been? Of course, Liverpool's new third kit as well. Let me know your thoughts. Will you be getting it in the comment section down below as well? I'll definitely be getting it at some point as well. But yeah, for me, I absolutely love it. I think it's a very nice kit, and I think look, it's up there with one of Nike's best for the club as well. We've obviously spoken about transfers as well. And obviously Fabrizio Romano mentioned the fact that Liverpool almost got Thiago Alcantara's brother Rafinha on deadline day, but of course Liverpool decided to go after Arthur Melo as well from Juventus. Of course, Fabrizio also mentioned the likes of Tchouaméni as well, and the reasons why Liverpool didn't go after him, and so on. If you guys want to check that out as well, Fabrizio Romano, I know we give him a little bit of stick sometimes, and other Liverpool fans give him a bit of stick as well, but go over and check his YouTube channel, because he did speak about Liverpool's window, or like the closing of it, a little bit in depth. I think it was like a 6-7 minute video as well, with him chatting about it as well. But yeah, he did mention Rafinha, and of course also mentioned Tchouaméni and Arthur Melo as well. We've also mentioned Moisés Caicedo as well, speaking about, of course, the reports in Ecuador suggesting that Liverpool made a late attempt to sign, of course, Caicedo on deadline day, but of course it was obviously rejected by Brighton. Also, they've stated that Brighton have told Liverpool that, of course, they'd have to wait until after the World Cup, but Liverpool would have the priority of the transfer as well, which of course is huge news. Of course, we've mentioned Jordan Henderson and his his injury, being confirmed, and the fact that he's going to have to be out for 3 weeks, which of course is better than what was expected. Supposedly, rumours were suggesting 5 to 6 weeks, but again, 3 weeks out, which of course is great news in that aspect of things. And of course, Thiago Alcantara returning to training as well, which of course is absolutely brilliant news as well for Liverpool Football Club. Anyway, but guys, let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Anyway, let me quickly. I've seen Rob's comment. Let me quickly go back up. Anyway, he was correct about Virgil on Saturday. Connor, who's this? Rob or me? I don't know. You've gone on about there. Connor, don't get me started on that. Didn't you like it? You're wrong. You're absolutely wrong. How does the French skeleton say it? I hate my chat. Don't be giving FSG money, Con. We won't invest that into our team. What are you, Glazers out? Are you Glazers out, Makendo? I've seen Jack with that group chat kicking off with FSG as well. It's only 90 quid, Jack. They wouldn't pay the patch on the lawnmower. Oh, bloody hell. To be fair, look, it's the fact that, and we could have mentioned as well, there is at the minute problems with Standard Chartered as well. I think The Athletic did a piece on it. The fact that they are destroying, I think where Luis Diaz is originally from, they're destroying land there or something like that. And apparently FSG are keeping him around and so on. Of course, just signed a new extension with them as well. So yeah, not the best at the minute. Anyway, but go quickly up on the chat as well from laughing faces. Go take Rob. Klopp made a huge error in not signing De Jong. One would send Artemelo back and then sign Caicedo on a 6-year deal. Maybe. We don't know, do we? As well, I'm done with transfers forever. I'm all transferred out as well. To be fair, this is the only transfer video I was planning on doing because of the news of Caicedo. But again, it's the fact that, look, the transfer window is done. I thought I'd get the clickbait in one more time before we don't, we shouldn't talk about transfers yet again anyway, to be fair. But for God's sake, Doug, I'm stopping Conrad as well. Oh no. If you are watching live or on the playback, please subscribe to the Cop Council. Thank you very much, Diego, as well. And yeah, if you could, be very much appreciated as well. The ref, Connor, according to the ref watch on Sky Sports, it should have been a yellow. What's this for Virgil's tackle? Look, I think any higher, it's definitely a red card. I think, look, it's a movement that you see all the time in the Premier League. It is, but again, a bit further up, and I mean just slightly up a little bit. Of course, it is a red card. To be fair, of course, what's Arthur's favourite food? Marshmallow, as well. Nice to see Gary's positivity about Mello hasn't pulled on the strip yet, and he wants to send him alone as well. Oh, for God's sake, as well. But to be fair, I think he will have some sort of action against Napoli on Wednesday as well. So hopefully he's going to be actually decent for once as well. The problem is, and the big thing with Arthur, I know we all think that it's a panic buy or a panic transfer, but the fact that there is there's an option there to buy. And of course, none of the Liverpool journals first reported it. Of course, Liverpool apparently didn't want the news breaking out, but Juventus had to, say it on the document, as well as, of course, as Northred says, FSG smoke and mirrors as well. I bloody hope so, as well. But again, I think that all, to be honest with you, there must be something there in the Arthur transfer. There must be. The fact that, of course, Liverpool didn't want the buy option to be published, but of course Juventus had to because it's Italian law that they've got to, if there is anything like that, they have to state it on the document and so on. Similar to what Benfica had to do. I think it's, European law or something like that with transfers. But again, you look at it, will Liverpool activate it? I don't know. I for the price of it, just under 30 mil, if he does phenomenally well, then I think why not? But then the problem is with Arthur is injuries. And again, obviously injuries in Liverpool records. But again, you don't know. You don't know. to have done so as well. Why can't I see Diego place as well, Palace as well? He got me blocked. Diego, if you have blocked Jack, then unblock him, please, as well. But yeah, to be fair, Jack, all of us should block him. Be a lot more quieter. In life, I'm joking, of course. Same here, Jack. I can't see him either. Can you really? Apparently, Diego's a mystery man. He's banned everyone else. To be fair, Bash Drum. Listen, go away, Doug. Good enough for Pickford, good enough for VVD. Bit of revenge, even though Virgil wasn't deliberate as well. Absolutely. But look, it's never nice, is it? Diego wouldn't block you, Jack, La, or Rob. As should all block me as well. Get quiet life. To be fair, then I wouldn't have, a weird guy. Ringing me at 12 o'clock every day. Wait, what? No, I'm kidding, of course. I don't think it was me as well. And also, it says all we ask from Arthur is we aren't on every week talking about him. Just stay fit and do a job. Absolutely. As well, Diego says, sorry if I did. Lol. As well, Jack, can you see his comments now? As well, or can't you see him? YouTube issue. There we go. Diego, no worries, lad. You didn't as well. There we go. So it's sorted now. Freaking YouTube. It's just YouTube doing typical things yet again. Being annoying. And the problem is as well, they're annoying with as Jack has said, they're annoying with notifications. Notifications sometimes work, they don't work as well. And let me know, chat as well. Let me know, did the notifications for this video, did they come up as well? Let me know in the chat down below, because I think Jack was having problems with his as well. But yeah, I don't get it. Like YouTube notifications haven't been right since about 2017, 2016, somewhere around there. I don't know. It's something with the notifications and so on as well. But I personally don't get it as well. I think we'd night the hardest game in the group as well. I think that might be, but yeah, well, I think the group in general is hard. It seems to be that in Europe, Rangers are very, very good. Ajax at Ajax, they're always very decent, and then of course, Napoli, they're top of Serie A for a reason. Of course, I can't pronounce his name, but let me quickly find. What nationalities does he play for? It's the right mid, the one that has that. It begins with K, and I can't pronounce his name. But Does he play for? I don't know who he plays for. I'll think in tomorrow's preview as well, and obviously Garrett everything up. But he looks pretty decent as well, and Ozyman as well looks very, very good. But he could be out for the game as well. But yes, says Doug as well, 100% North as well. Says Jack, can I make a recommendation to Colin, Doug, and Jack, because you're all live in other channel frequently? Can you post them in your community section so I can watch along? I did, but I don't think you can. Can you? I don't know. As well, but maybe we'll have to maybe sort of Discord server or something like that. But I do try and post, when we're live, on the community tab as well. I think I can do. Yeah, I can do that. So I don't know. We'll have to try and sort something out, Rob, as well. I didn't get any notifications. Unbelievable. It's stupid, isn't it? Can I make a recommendation? I already read that one out. Rob saying, I've seen Jack on 2 lives today, all by by all accident. He didn't post any of them. Shocking. Absolutely shocking. Terrible. Tell him off, Rob, as well. Napoli flying at the Mo. We're away to them, aren't we? I think we'll be flying to Napoli tomorrow. I think North Red. To be honest, I think. If the Napoli are flying to us, then I need to change the thumbnail for tomorrow. Rob, gonna get everyone in a Discord much better notifications as well. Yeah, we'll have to sort out Discord in due course as well. Rob, yes, I can do that as well. I think you can do it as well. Doug, let me know in the chat. Let me know if I have posted it in the community tab. I think I did, but I'm not too sure. But I try and do it every time we go live and so on. But if I haven't, then Of course, let me just know. Are you following us on Twitter? Yeah, Rob as well. Follow us on Twitter as well. Obviously, the Cop Council. I think Doug is the Dugout Football. No, I think Doug is just Doug. And then obviously Jack is Jack. Obviously Jack is Jack, and me is me. Has anyone else? Anyone's great all about? Craig all about Big Canals. I haven't heard a peep about his condition. He's back in, I think, light training. I think he's only a couple of weeks away. Personally, I think he was on holiday when he. I think Klopp told him to go back to France for a couple of weeks. But I think last week he did come back, or 2 weeks ago he did come back. So hopefully not too long with Canate. But again, there's not been official word in then on Canate's condition anyway. But DH is anything, all right, Connor? What's this about Caicedo? Quickly go back on it on the video, but I think let me quickly get it back up anyway. Of course, just bringing it up about obviously Liverpool trying to make a late bid for Caicedo on deadline day, and of course Liverpool having priority of the transfer after the World Cup as well. But fake news, that was my paid actor as well. What a full life-size, a full life-size Macendo. That would be interesting. Playing well. All right, there we go. No threads. Apologies for that as well. Hello, Daniel, as well. Hello, Douglas, as well. I hardly use it, Doug, but that's a better idea, probably, as well. That's Doug. Well, obviously, that's Doug's Twitter, I should say anyway. International break, Klopp said for Ebu. There we go. Okay, thanks, dude, as well. DHTV is Dan from Right Red Television. Used to be. Oh, that's what that is then. Dan, what's with the photo? I'm not gonna lie. I thought it was a bot. I thought it was a bot. But fair enough. Fair enough. Anyway, but yeah, the news on Caicedo. Anyway, you can see, but there. Anyway, we did thingy this on Twitter earlier on, but yeah, Liverpool apparently did try and go for Caicedo. I think Jack put it perfectly on Twitter. Why would you go after someone you know it's going to get rejected? But yeah, supposedly Liverpool do have the priority of the transfer, according to Brighton and according to that article in Ecuador as well. Anyway, and they were the ones as well that did suggest that he was on the move as well. So again, hopefully, Caicedo will be a Liverpool player at some point, or will be linked with Liverpool throughout, of course, the winter and the summer as well. But yeah, if the transfer window in the summer was bad enough, imagine what it's going to be like from the end of November when there's no football. God, it's going to be horrible. Alex is in as well, saying hi. Hey, how are things? I'm doing fantastic, thank you, mate. If you've missed anything, then go and head backwards on the video as well. But thank you for popping in, my friend. Anyway, because that is where we are going to leave it for tonight. Anyway, guys, like I said, tomorrow at 9 o'clock we're going to be live with our Napoli preview. So hopefully, I'll see all of you guys there tomorrow. Obviously, first Champions League game. You just hope it's a different Liverpool side. We've all said, even last season, how Liverpool are a different side in Europe and so on. And you hope and God pray that, hopefully Liverpool will be a 10 times better side against Napoli on Wednesday. But of course, we'll be live tomorrow at 9 o'clock for, of course, the preview against Napoli. Already looking at it, Napoli are a very, very good side, as you guys have mentioned in the chat as well. But again, just to quickly go through what we've mentioned tonight as well. Of course, we've spoken about Liverpool's brand new third kit as well. We've also spoken about Fabrizio Romano, mentioned that Liverpool almost went for Thiago Alcantara's brother Rafinha on transfer deadline day. That almost happened, but of course Liverpool did decide to go for Arthur Melo. We've also talked about Caicedo and of course the article from Ecuador as well, saying that Liverpool tried to get him on deadline day. We've also mentioned the injury news about Jordan Henderson, mentioned he's going to be out for 3 weeks and it's only a minor hamstring problem, which is fantastic news. And of course we've mentioned Thiago Alcantara being back in training after he sustained a hamstring injury as well on the opening day against Fulham. So again, brilliant news. The fact that we've got players coming back as well. But yeah, guys, if you're new around here as well, viewing us for the first time, then please hit that subscribe button. Hopefully, you guys have enjoyed as well tonight's show as well. But this is probably going to be the last time I can probably not clickbait, because it's not clickbait, but I can like talk about transfers until, of course, next window. Anyway, or if anything breaks about, Jude Bellingham. Need to get top three before World Cup. Yeah, you bloody hope so. North Red as well. Thought it was going to be a short stream con. He says 47 minutes later. Look, you go with the flow, Doug. You go with the flow. And look, it was meant to be short, and it's 47 minutes long. You say 47, it's 40. It's 45 minutes long. The stream's been going. Walk alone, y'all as well, says North Red. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe, guys. Yeah, if you could as well. Please head over to other people's channels as well and subscribe to there. But hit the subscribe button here first. Will be sound. Give it time. As well, says Dan. Rob said it's only just hit me. The green kit, it's not gonna work for you lads with the green screens as well. Yeah, it's probably not gonna be good, is it? Yeah, shit. That's good shit. Dan, we will be fine as well. Dan saying Toffees will get something at Arsenal, and Spurs play City, will beat Wolves, and it'll all tighten up as well. Yeah, exactly. You hope so as well. But again, at the minute, and the way things are going, the league is looking very, very close at the minute. Because when I looked at it, I was like, it's actually quite close, isn't it? But again, hopefully we'll be all okay. Anyway, but Doug said I don't use green screens. You what as well? No, Doug doesn't use it. Doug cops out from it, but we do. But to be fair, it should be fine with the green screens, and that hopefully. Anyway, but guys, that is of course going to be it from us anyway. If you've missed the whole show, then please head back, watch it on repeat, and let me know in the comment section down below. Do you like the new third kit? Would you like Caicedo at Liverpool as well? I've already mentioned it. For me, I think he does awfully remind me of a Gini Wijnaldum type player. So if you guys, let me know your thoughts on that as well, and let me know as well your thoughts on Jordan Henderson being out for 3 weeks, and of course Thiago Alcantara coming back from injury as well. But hopefully I'll see all of you guys tomorrow live at 9 o'clock for our Napoli preview, our first game back in Europe as well, of course, since losing the final in the Champions League. But hopefully we can start the road on winning number 7 anyway. But yeah, until next time, guys, that is going to be it from me. I've been Connor from the Cop Council. I'll see you all tomorrow. Ta-ra.